Oh my, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile has come again with another dimension, another style. Say na my work for here now to dey bring you information where you supposed to dey reach to your doorstep. Like I told you, if it cost me to go Pluto, to go Mars, to go Mercury, to go under the water, go there, go define information for you. Now my work, now wetin I want to dey do for you. And I waiting I sign. As na if one army sign well because when I lose soldier. There you go, yes, I'm on it by yourself. No be me go tell you as in the day. You already know as in the day. But if not the first time we say you they come across our channel, please kindly go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you go be the first. We will collect them. They know the time and say make you go tell person. Now you carry your ear. Now you go use your ear hear am. Because if I dey tell you, e go be like say na wetin me myself formulate. Carry your own ear hear am as e dey hot.
Good evening, good morning, fellow Biafrans all over the world. Welcome to this special and very important evening emergency announcement and briefing to the Biafra people this evening as we step up the game for the liberation of Biafra and to secure the land and the territory of Biafra. It's very important that I inform Biafra people where we are, what we are doing, and where we are going. I want to first of all thank all of you for the successful second day of the historic 2-week sit-at-home, which is targeted at the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, preparation for the self-referendum, and to also put to the world a notice that Biafran people are ready to take their own future and their freedom into their own hand, and then also to make sure that we invalidate the legitimacy of those who parade themselves as the elected officials within the Biafra territory. I thank you all this evening. When you see me dressing this way or looking this way, it means that the Biafra Liberation Army activities has been activated to the full scale of the defense of Biafra. And in the past days, the Biafra Liberation Army has engaged the Nigeria Islamic Terrorist Army, police, and some of them who always derive joy in killing Biafrans at will. Today, I can assure you that it is no longer business as usual. The self-defense of Biafra has been activated and will continue to neutralize them. Yesterday, the Biafra Liberation Army neutralized 3 armored tanks of the Nigeria Terrorist Army in Biafra land. Many of them were neutralized and they know that it is no longer business as usual. We will continue to fight to defend our land until the last day that Biafra will remain or stay in Nigeria. This particular broadcast this evening has become imperative to address many issues that are being paraded and shared on social media, especially on the issue of the 2-week sit-at-home. I want to inform Biafrans that those who do not understand what is going on, Biafra Republic government in exile and the de facto government in the homeland has come to stay. It is the last phase to freedom. And today, I can proudly tell Biafrans that a lot of success has been recorded from the Biafra Republic government in exile and the de facto government in the homeland. We have read all manner of propagandas coming from the Nigeria, sponsored by the Nigeria state, especially coming from those expelled criminals who have spent over 13 years deceiving Biafrans in the name of fighting for freedom. At the end of the day, they sold our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the terrorist state. And they tried everything possible to kill the struggle, but here we are today, giving them back to back. So, Biafran people, I want you to understand that today we have activated the Convention of Montevideo, which Nigeria or even Africa is not signatory to, but it is part of the prerequisite requirement to validate a government. Today, we have fulfilled many requirements to be recognized as a government. And that's where we are going. In October 2023, we are having the first ever Biafra self-referendum convention. It is a convention that we are going to discuss and lecture Biafrans on what to expect during the self-referendum and how the self-referendum will be conducted in line with international laws, in line with international treaties, in line with the most accepted democratic process, giving the people the right to decide their future. And on that note, I want to inform the Biafra people today that the Article 1 of that convention has been activated with full force. And at the same time, the Article 20 of the African Charter on Human Rights and People Rights has also been activated, and Biafra people are exercising that right, and we are going to exercise it very soon during the self-referendum of the Biafra people. I also want you to understand that in the coming days, you are going to be faced with a lot of propaganda sponsored by the Nigerian state. You can see that during the sit at home, a lot of lies were told, and they will continue to tell those lies. Just make sure you stand very resolute, stand very strong. We are winning and we continue to win until the day we are going to redeclare Biafra. I want you all to understand that the Biafra Republic government in exile inauguration will happen in September. After that, we will activate in full force the de facto government in the homeland. But first of all, I want you all to understand that the Montevideo Convention of 1933 by the South American state, the Article 1 made it very, very clear how the international law should possess the qualification to define what a state is all about. How will you be recognized as a state? There are qualifications that the international community must recognize before you can be called a state. And I want to inform the Biafra people that we have gone through this process. Today, many people do not understand that freedom fighting in the 21st century is something you do with brain, it's something you do with wisdom, it's something you do with knowledge, it's something you do also with experience. Many experience you have to also make sure that you utilize them while fighting for the freedom of your people. And on this note, the state, the Article 1 of this convention, demonstrates how you can qualify to be called a state, or how you can be qualified to be called a country, or what should qualify you to be recognized by international community, even when some people may not recognize you, or some organization may not recognize you, but the qualification to be recognized as a state is one. You must have a permanent population. Biafra has demonstrated that we have a permanent population. In addition to this, the Biafra Republic government in exile in the coming weeks will unveil the Biafra registration and the national identity registration of Biafra Republic, which is going to be completely online. That is going to help the Biafra people to lay the database of the Biafra Republic. Number two, for you to have the qualification to be recognized as a nation, you must define your territory. I want to inform Biafra people today that the Biafra Republic government in exile and the de facto government in the homeland has defined the Biafra territory with a new edited map. Number four, the government. For you to be recognized internationally, you must form a government. And I want to inform Biafra people today that we have formed a government. We did not just form a government, we have formed the Biafra Republic government in exile government, and we have also formed the de facto government in the homeland. Number four, before you can be recognized as a nation, especially when you are fighting to liberate your people like the Biafra people are fighting today, you must have the capacity to enter into relation with other states. Today, we have demonstrated that we have the capacity to enter into relation, enter treaties, and sign alliances with different states. And we continue to maintain alliances with Ambazonia. We will continue to maintain alliances with others who are secretly supporting the Biafra liberation movement. And in the coming months, as the case may be, there will be coming openly to make statement based on what Biafra will be doing. I want Biafra people to understand as well that this is not just about the military aspect of it, it is also a democratic aspect of this Biafra liberation. And for that reason, we have activated the Article 20 of the African Charter of People and Human Rights. The African Charter of People, the African Charter of Human and People Rights, Article 20 state that all peoples shall have the right to existence. They shall have the unquestionable and the inalienable right to self-determination. They shall freely determine their political status and shall pursue their economic and social development according to the policy they have freely chosen. I want everyone to pay attention to this. The Article 20 of the African Charter made it very, very clear, and that's exactly what the Biafra Republic government in exile is doing today. And we have fulfilled all this requirement, and we are ready to showcase the Biafra government and the nation to the world, which is going to be happening simultaneously in the coming weeks and months. I also would like to address those doubting Thomases who do not understand that Biafra has invested in arms and ammunition. That going forward, those who come with jet, we will begin to shoot them down. I am telling you the fact. Fly on the airspace of Biafra to throw bombs on our people, we will shoot you down. I want to also inform Biafra people, for those who are sharing fake letters and fake news, claiming it is emanating from Biafra, leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, disregard them. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu continue to be the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, and he will continue to be the leader, but at this point, he can't lead from captivity of the enemy. I want everyone to understand this particular point very clear. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in DSS, what it means is that the over 70 million Biafrans are in the DSS. And we cannot fall for the trap that they have set with those who parade themselves as freedom fighters. Taking order or any instruction from the DSS dungeon where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being incarcerated means that entire Biafra is being caged by the Nigerian terrorist state. And that is what Simon Ekpa and every sensible person will not accept. What we are doing is to protect the interest of the over 70 million Biafrans as long as Nigeria continue to detain Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When he is free, he is going to address Biafrans, and then we will know where we are going to go and how we are going to continue from there. But at this point, he continued to be the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, but we are not going to allow the DSS to give order through him to the Biafra people. The idea of arresting or kidnapping him from Kenya and extraordinarily renditioning him to Nigeria was to end the Biafra struggle and to end the freedom fighting for Biafra. And that has failed woefully. And remember that we said we are not going to allow Nigeria state to succeed. Today, we have defeated them. You have defeated them. Your resilience, your steadfast, your genuinity in the Biafra liberation has made it possible for us to defeat Nigeria. And this victory belongs to you. And I want every one of you to stand very strong, to know that what you are doing is to safeguard your future, to safeguard the future of your children, the future of your generation unborn. And you owe them that duty of care. Do not allow anybody to deceive you. We will not and we will never allow the DSS to dictate how the freedom of 70 million people will be fought. It is not possible. If you fall for that scam, believe me, you will never be free from Nigeria. And I know that over 99% of Biafrans understand that it is time we'll tell the DSS and the Nigeria Islamic State that no, you can't dictate how we liberate ourselves from you. Anything coming from the DSS, anything coming claiming that it comes from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, no, it is coming from the Nigeria state. And it can never favor the struggle for Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released. And if they don't release him, after these 2 weeks at home, we are coming with more stringent measures how to deal with the Nigeria state. And this time around, we will make sure that we target the Nigeria state. The government, the revenue, everything is what we are targeting this time around. I want you to understand that there is no going back in this movement. We will continue to crash the economy of the Nigeria terrorist state. We will make sure that before oil exploited from Biafra land, they are going to suffer. I want you to understand there is a wave of change in the entire Africa. Military coup happening here and there, and a lot of things are happening. Believe me, it is not a coincidence. Something is happening, and something is going to happen to Nigeria very soon. And Nigeria will never survive the wave that is coming from this week, starting from this week. So, Biafra people, no matter the propaganda that the enemy brought to you, or the enemy are going to bring forward from tomorrow, remember, you can never take order from anybody coming from the Nigeria state. Most of the lawyers have sold out. Most of the lawyers are there for business. Most of the lawyers are just there for their profession. And some of them, Nigeria is a very corrupt country. Some of them being threatened. Some of them doing it for business. But one thing is very, very certain. We are fighting for Biafra freedom. We are fighting to save the people of Biafra. Remember that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not the only person in the DSS dungeon. There are many, many people in DSS dungeon, Biafra people. So as we are demanding for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are also demanding for the release of all the Biafra agitators and fighters that are illegally being detained in the Nigerian terrorist state. Our demand, therefore, is to release every detained Biafra from Nigeria. The civil disobedience that Biafra people are embarking on now is not only for the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu alone, but it is also to demand every person being detained in Nigeria as a Biafra activist to be released. And that particular statement is coming officially this evening. I want to tell Biafra's people not fall into this trap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say this, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never said anything. What they are trying to do is to create enmity and to create confusion and disagreement and misunderstanding between us and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who will never see, who will don't know what is happening with him. And so, what they are trying to do is to use the Nigerian media to create this particular enmity where there is no enmity. They will tell you Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said this, and then you think he actually said it. They will tell you Simon Ekpa said it, and then you think he actually said it. They will tell you Simon Ekpa is being sponsored and backroad. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said Simon Ekpa is being backroad by Nigerian government. Do you think Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can actually say such thing? The answer is no. So what they are trying to do is to make Simon Ekpa to provoke and say, okay, I will not fight for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu again, and then we allow him to die in the DSS dungeon. That is exactly what they are looking for. Because if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out, he is going to expose those who were responsible in his kidnapping and the extraordinary rendition. And some of them are the one who claim to be fighting for him, including in his own family. So when you see them doing all these things, they are looking for a way to provoke Simon Ekpa, and we have refused to be provoked. I will not listen to anything until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say it as a free man. Then I will know he said it. So I want to encourage Biafra people to disregard everything. Do not go and start engaging all those people. They are only distracting us. Let us focus on what is going to be happening from tomorrow. Going forward, the liberation of Biafra has entered a new level. And we are going to benefit from all this chaotic situation that they are coming from the neighboring countries and all that. It is preparing ground for the Nigeria breakup. And it is preparing ground for Biafra to emerge as a nation. I want you to understand that in the coming days, a lot of things will happen. When they are happening, stay safe. When you see those terrorists coming to our land to kill, take a cover. Be very security conscious. If you are not trained to engage them, do not engage them. All you need is to pass the information to the media, and we know how to get and take care of them. It is now eye for an eye, and we are not going to back down. I want to also inform you that those people who parade themselves of Ohanese is hereby banned in Biafra territory. We don't want to see them holding meeting anywhere in the name of Ohanese. Ohanese does not represent Ndibo. Ohanese does not represent anybody. So, as far as this particular liberation of Biafra is ongoing, Ohanese is completely banned in Biafra territory. And I challenge them to hold meeting anywhere in Biafra land. They can never ever be allowed to hold meeting in Biafra land. We are aware that on the 24th of this month, or so thereabout, some people are planning to gather somewhere. Biafrans will engage them. You can never gather in Biafra land again until we see a change in them. I want everybody to understand that what is happening is also a revolution. We are revolting against the criminals, against the corrupt leaders, against the evil government, against the Islamic State, against every oppressor in our land, who all they do is to sponsor killings, maiming, and annihilation of our people. And Ohanese is part of them. So they are not welcome anywhere in Biafra territory. If they think that I'm lying, they should come to Biafra and see. From here, from me, is good evening. I want to tell every one of you that our broadcast is going to come back as we are working on a new project to make sure that we disseminate information on Biafra and create this awareness to the highest maximum. The Biafra Liberation Army and the Eastern Security Network has done wonderfully well. I am very proud of all of you. I'm very, very proud of you. I'm proud of how you are defending the land. I'm proud of how you
Okay,
people
my
are making
wonderful people,
sacrifice.
na no go call na
Proud of
ra.
how
Na
you have
asene
shown that
gwaron, na
yes,
forgive na kuna
this
na
is
what go.
not 1967
Una don't see as
that you have what it
Mazi
takes
Simon Ekpa,
to
who is the
engage
Prime
the
Minister of
$20
the
billion
Biafra Republic government in exile.
government
They making own
with all their
explanation
military
as he
tank.
beat
We are
them with
neutralizing them.
regards to
With
the
all
pursuit
their
of
aircraft,
waiting
we
they
are
find
dealing with them, and we'll
to
continue to deal with them
actualize
until they will come no
the
more. And
land
say
of
that
freedom.
anybody that enters
Meanwhile,
Biafra
my
land to
work here
fight you
is to bring you
will die,
information
and they will
from
all
all over the
go in
world
body
and
bags.
make sure that the information
God
which you
bless
actually
Biafra,
need
Republic Government in
reaches to
Exile,
your doorstep.
and
That
every
is why I'm
Biafra
here.
must get
Like I
ready
always tell you, my love
for the
for information
convention
for
that is
you.
coming,
If you cause me
happening
to
in
go, I go
Finland
Pluto, I go Mars, I go
this
Neptune.
October.
Make sure
It's very
say
important. It's going
all
to be
the
very
information
historic,
will be say
and
you
do not
need.
miss it. We
Say
want
you
to
go
see
day
some
for
of
your
you
doorstep. Meanwhile, if now your
that
first
are
time will
genuinely
be say
supporting
they
this
join us
Biafra
for this
liberation
wonderful
to
channel,
be part of this
please
convention.
kindly
You
go
are going
ahead
to
and
learn a
hit the
lot. You
subscription
are going to
button
know
and
how the
continue to
Biafra
miss you.
will conduct their referendum, their self-referendum